On the banks of the Mississippi River, home to the king of rock and roll and also the Memphis Tigers, where the fans have moved the party from Beale Street and are ready for kickoff. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 16 team in the country, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Memphis Tigers. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Memphis will kick it off to get us underway. He'll bring it out. It's Hill. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The offense lining up for a first down play. To the ground with the back. Shakes off the defender. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? 3rd down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day 1 install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Memphis. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
I mean, you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick 6 on the first possession?
I like how neither one of my receivers touched. That's hilarious.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Line getting set on 2nd down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Great team defense on that one. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds his tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Listen, that's not going to go down as a big play, but he does a really good job turning a negative play into something positive. It's not a big gain, but it keeps you out of those negative situations that really makes you very predictable.
Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Gonna let it fly. Got it inside the 10. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Green Wave.
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, usually get a better matchup, and then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
Fair catch, called for and made. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back on the move. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Quarterback checking the play. Back to pass, it's Boyd. Unloads to the wideout. And the sophomore just a little too much on that one.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. And the pass hits, picked off. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
And here's a fumble way behind the line.
Man, what a break.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. On 2nd down, he'll fire. Coming after him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And that's a first down for the offense. That's the end of the first quarter with the score tied at 7.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. DBs locked up tight on the receivers. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Getting some heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, this is huge for this defense because they're playing against a Heisman-caliber quarterback, a guy that can hurt them in a variety of ways. They better be able to get pressure on him throughout the course of this game. They did right there.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Makes the grab. It's Williams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. From the gun on 3rd down. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
If you don't convert on this 4th down, there will be questions about passing on the field goal try. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it, and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tulane. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's how you take advantage of great starting field position, moving at 27 yards, and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there getting set.
Set to advance on the football.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To the air, it's Boyd. They're bringing heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
This offense has a 2nd down play. The back goes in motion. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. On target over the middle. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. They'll throw it on 1st down. Had to get rid of it quickly. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Takes a shot. It's complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking downfield. It's Boyd. Working that left side now. Now well within striking distance as that third down play gets them a first at the 29.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his direction.
Got his man quickly. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. They keep attacking through the air. Fires to the middle. He caught it. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. The hurry up now, second down, clock kicking. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll run it to the left, looking for the touchdown here. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. They'll run it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Memphis. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Smashes it through for the PAT. So a drive there of 82 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Trying to get to it. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And nobody responsible for picking up the free safety because, David, frankly, I don't believe they thought he was coming.
No, and whose responsibility is that? The quarterback. If I see the free safety blitzing, I'm throwing the ball deep to somebody to make a play because he can't cover deep anymore, so put that in your back pocket. They want to bring that safety blitz. I'm going to make them pay, and I'm going to throw the ball deep.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Big play to start the drive, a little tougher sets. Now a crucial third down on this drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Williams. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'd hope to get him in space, create running room, and there just wasn't anything there.
I love the third down, aggressive, in-your-face defense, not giving you any room to run down the field. Great job by the defense. They saw the throw, the quick pass, reacted to it, got him on the ground for a loss.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Finds his man, and they convert. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Green Wave.
Hey, QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggum receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often than this one.
14.
They got the late touchdown on the board, now about to kick it away and hoping the defense can keep them from answering. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play and create some. And hey, listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Dropping back, it's Boyd. They're trying to get to it. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Going to take a shot at this DB. Makes the grab on the left side. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30+. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Quarterback will audible. To the air on first down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he makes the catch inside the 20.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
And perfect timing. Got there right when the ball got there. Didn't get there a little bit early. Saving the touchdown. Nice timing by that defender.
Oh, Nick! It's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. It's ugly, but it worked.
Fuck no, boy. I know you can go do that shit. I knew you were gonna do that slick shit. Like, ain't no way this nigga ain't going for it.
About to start here in the second half. Tulane will kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Throws to the wideout. Oh, picked off. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? Yeah, I beg to differ.
And the sudden change magnified for this defense as it's 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Greenway.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Tulane, 28. Memphis, 14.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Looking to pass. It's Boyd. Unloads to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Memphis wants to move quickly.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
That one came in hot, and it's incomplete. Not sure exactly what went haywire there, but the timing was just off.
And that's your job as a defense, right? You got to find a way to disrupt the timing and jam wide receivers or get to the quarterback and make him feel uncomfortable, but you can't let that timing be easy and effortless. Nice job by the defense.
Second and 10, he'll throw again. Dances away. The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Fast motion from the offense. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Grabbed over the middle. It's Doyle. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
Hey, nice job by the offense there, attacking the middle of the field. Excellent route, finding the soft spot in the defense. Nice job by the quarterback putting it right on his guy.
They'll throw it on first down. Unloads to the right. Hauls it in. Spins away. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after a big play up top. After coming up with back-to-back explosive plays, here they are, first and goal. Powers forward. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Brings up second and goal.
Second and goal for this offense. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes continue to feed this man the ball.
And he added the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something to... He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that pass picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
Throws to the tight end. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A first down for the offense. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Back to pass, it's Boyd. Quarterback moving. He'll pull it down and run. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Memphis picking up the tempo.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Quarterback now breaking the field. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit. Offense gets set for second down.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Feeling some heat. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Fires left. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
He's just Johnny on the spot. That now his 2nd interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making plays.
Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They'll ride the hot hand. Shakes off the tackler. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Tulane 28, Memphis 21.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Trying to make magic with his feet. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, you got to give this offense a ton of credit because normally they've got the lead because of this running back. Today, it's actually despite him. They really haven't gotten the production out of him that they expect week in, week out. You got to give the defense credit for that. But other guys on offense have been able to step up enough to make the plays necessary to give them the lead.
And he reels it in inside the 30. He'll work his way down to the 28.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
A handoff, keep working on that clock.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He's got his man. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
Quarterbacks love receivers that can do damage once they have the football in his hands. No doubt there. Easy slant, completion, and then let your receiver go make hay once he has the ball.
And this offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain that clock. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
All right, defense, if they score, it's a wrap. It's over. So we got to find a way. I know the clock's our enemy, but we got to find a way to get a stop, put ourselves in a position we get the ball with some clock, and try to go down and make something happen offensively.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back the pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards. Makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up, early down play for this QB.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. If they can get it in here, we could have a thrilling end to this game. It is 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's got it for the touchdown, and that one just might do it.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. They're just about ready to kick it away.
Memphis 21.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Tigers will take over 1st and 10.
Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Well, this offense has a ton of work left ahead of them here in this 2-minute situation late in the game, but you drive off to a good start. You get the first down, you get out of bounds, you work in the perimeter of the field. That is exactly what you want to do.
Got his man. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
He's got it. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. The aerial assault continues. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Got some room to run. At the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Tulane.
This is a defense that prides themselves on getting turnovers, and it starts with the pass rush. It was the hit on the quarterback that forced the throw to not be as accurate as the QB would have liked. Nice job in the back end, securing the interception, and then taking it the distance.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Fair catch called for and made. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. It has been a rather forgettable day that's finally coming to a close, David.
Yeah, it's been an awful day. I mean, just not functioning well on offense, defense giving up a lot of points. This is a day, Palmer, they'll like to forget.
Yeah, you're going to find out a lot about their character right now. Obviously, not what they hoped this would be, and that's demoralizing for a lot of these kids that have worked really hard in practice all week. But at this point here, you're just trying to prove to your coaching staff that you're not going to quit.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
I think it's just too little too late, David, at this point. That's a play that they could have used a lot earlier in this game, but because of miscues, they're down by a lot late, and I don't think they're going to have enough time to claw back into this one.
Yeah, and I'm fine with you running that play if you want to do that. My goal now is with this lead, if you want to run it, so be it, but just don't give up the big plays. Let that clock continue to roll. Make him earn it all the way down the field and take a lot of time off that clock.
All business today for this ball club. They come out and they get the win.
And that's all that matters. It's not always pretty. You don't always do everything you want to do or check all the boxes. But at the end of the game, Jesse, you want that W.
No doubt about it. They made the plays they needed to make in order to get this win. I thought the quarterback showed tremendous poise, good leadership throughout the course of the game. Defense made stops when they had to make them. So, right, there were some things that are going to need to clean up moving forward, but ultimately they were the better team today.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.